Welcome everyone, this is Mac with another N5 grammar lesson from JLPT Bootcamp. Last episode we learned how to describe things with adjectives. Today we're going to take that one step further by describing how things were in the past with the past casual form of adjectives. We're going to look at a few very short exchanges. You got back from her trip with Matt. Her father is asking her about the trip. They're using casual Japanese.
食べ物は美味しかったの？ええ、美味しかったよ。
Let's break down what Yu's dad said. First,
食べ物
food, then
は
the topic marking particle, and then the past tense of the i-adjective
美味しい、
delicious.
美味しかった。
In the above sentence, he was asking, was the food delicious? Yu responds with,
ええ、
yes,
美味しかった。
it was delicious. And if you'll notice, she ended this sentence with,
よ、
which gives this extra emphasis. She's using it here to sort of let her dad know, without a doubt, that the food was delicious and that maybe he should come next time. Yu's dad was using the casual past tense of an i-adjective, which is quite simple to form. You simply hack off the
い、
and add.
かった。
Why don't you give it a try? Can you change this sentence into the past tense?
昨日は寒い。
Right, you would say,
昨日は寒かった。
to break that down,
昨日
is yesterday,
は
is the topic marking particle, and
寒かった。
is was cold. There's one adjective you have to look out for though, and that is,
いい、
in the past tense, it changes to,
良い、
so if you want to talk about the past, you would say,
良かった。
let's go back to Yu and her dad's exchange.
天気は悪かったの？悪くなかったよ。
Let's break that down. First, Yu's dad says,
天気
weather, then the topic marking particle,
は
then
悪かった。
the past casual form of
悪い
bad. Finally, he ends the sentence with,
の
which is a way to casually ask a question. Then Yu responds with
悪くなかった。
the past negative casual form of,
悪い
and then she finishes the sentence with
よ
a particle for emphasis. In a way, she's sort of correcting her dad. We can imagine this conversation in English. Yu's dad might say, was the weather bad? And Yu can respond, actually, it wasn't bad. In the Japanese exchange, Yu is using the casual negative past tense of an i-adjective, which is a little more complicated to form. To start, you need to change the i-adjective
悪い
into the negative form,
悪くない
then change that into the past tense by hacking off the
い
and adding.
かった。
Why don't you give it a try? Can you change this sentence into the past tense?
そのカレーは辛くない。
Right, you would say.
そのカレーは辛くなかった。
To break that down,
その
is that,
カレ
is curry,
ーは
is the topic marking particle. And finally, we have
辛くなかった。
the past negative casual form of
辛い
spicy. Altogether, we have that curry wasn't spicy. Now Yu's dad asks her more questions about the zoo.
動物園は 賑やかだったの？はい、賑やかだった。
Let's break that down.
動物園
The zoo,
は
the topic marking particle,
賑やかだった
was lively, and finally,
の
a particle used to ask questions casually. So altogether, you's dad asks, was the zoo lively? You responds with,
はい、
yes.
賑やかだった。
Again, was lively, as in it was a lively place. Altogether, she's responding with, yes, it was lively. You's dad was also using the casual past tense, but this time with a na-adjective, which is formed a little differently than it is with an i-adjective. But it's extremely easy. Just add
だった。
to the end of a na-adjective. Your turn. Change this sentence into the past tense.
そのレストランは立派。
Right. You would say?
そのレストランは立派だった。
To break that down
その
is that,
レストラン
is restaurant, and
立派
is splendid or elegant. So altogether, you have that restaurant was splendid. Now, you's dad is asking about the cherry blossoms at the zoo.
桜はきれいだったの？いえ、きれいじゃなかったよ。
Let's break that down.
桜
Cherry blossoms,
は
the topic marking particle,
きれいだった
were pretty. And finally,
の
the casual question marking particle. So altogether, her dad asks, were the cherry blossoms beautiful? You responds with,
いえ、
no,
きれいじゃなかった
weren't pretty, and
よ。
a particle used for emphasis. So altogether, she responds with, no, they weren't pretty. You is using the casual negative past, this time with the na-adjective. The simple way to form this is to simply put
じゃなかった
at the end of the na-adjective. But let me explain what is going on here. If you recall from last episode, to form the negative non-past form for na-adjective, we add
じゃない
this makes it an i-adjective, which to make past tense, we cut off the
い
and add
かった
your turn to try it out. Change this sentence into the past tense.
成田は静か
Right. You would say,
成田は静かじゃなかった
to break that down,
成田
Narita or Narita Airport,
は
the topic marking particle, and then
静かじゃなかった
wasn't quiet. Let's take a pop quiz. Can you tell me the following in Japanese? It was hot. And the Japanese word for hot is
暑い
for it was hot, you would say
暑かった
you take
暑い
an i-adjective and cut off the
い
and add.
かった
And note that this is a complete sentence. You do not always have to have a topic or subject. It is implied from the situation. He was skilled. And the Japanese word for skilled is
上手
for he was skilled, you would say
上手だった
you take
上手
a na-adjective this time and simply add
だった
to make it about the past. You could also add
彼は
as the topic, but it is not necessary if we can understand it from the context. It wasn't boring. And the Japanese word for boring is
つまらない。
For it wasn't boring, you would say
つまらなくなかった。
you take
つまらない。
an i-adjective and first change it to the negative non-past form by cutting off the last
い
and adding.
くない。
Then to make it about the past, cut the
い
off of that and add.
かった。
All right, one last one. It wasn't splendid. For it wasn't splendid, you would say
立派じゃなかった。
you take
立派
a na-adjective and add
じゃない。
to make it negative. Then cut off the last
い
and add
かった。
to make it about the past. Do you have all that? Let's quickly review. For i-adjectives, you cut off the
い
and add
かった。
to talk about the past. For the negative form, you need to first change it into the negative by cutting off the
い
and adding,
くない。
then cut off the
い
of that and add
かった。
to make it about the past. For na-adjectives, you simply add
だった。
to make it about the past. For the negative form, you add
じゃない。
to make it negative, cut the
い
off the end and add.
かった。
That's it for this episode. For notes and more practice with the Grammar Point, stop by the JLPT Bootcamp courses site. There you can find quizzes, a study guide for this grammar point, audio flashcards for every line of the dialogues, as well as other resources to help you with the N5. You can also get all of your questions answered you might have. Just leave me a comment and I'll get back to you. The JLPT study guide for the N5 is also now available at Amazon. Packed with exercises to help you master all the grammar points needed for the test, this is a must-have study guide for anyone preparing for the N5. It also has reading and listening strategies and practice exercises so you can hone those skills before the exam. Once you've finished the book, there are 3 practice tests to check your level and hundreds of audio flashcards you can use anywhere to review what you've learned. Thanks for watching and hit the subscribe button for more helpful videos like this one.